Welcome back, folks. My name's Anthony Valentine, your camper nerd. Today I'm going to be showing you around this 1999 Autosleeper Duetto. It's on the Transit chassis. It's quite rare for two reasons. It's got the latest 2-litre double overhead cam petrol engine, so it's not the old-fashioned Pinto engine, it's the double overhead cam petrol engine that went in the later top-of-the-range Granadas of its vintage. And it's also got the upstairs bed, so it comes out, so you've got room there for storage or children. Yeah, this is lovely. It's only had 2 owners. The first owner had it for 20 years and the last owner has had it for 3 years. Okay, so just walking around, it's in lovely condition all round. There's a few little minor marks which I'll show you, but I think we can forgive it for 22 years old. It's got the Fiorma side awning. Of course, it's got the Thetford cassette toilet inside there. Coming around the rear, you've got the rear doors. Just had a little bit of sun bleaching, as you can imagine, for 20 years. It's a common thing. So you can use a little bit of varnish, or I know a lot of Autosleepers get some Fablon. I can put the link in the advert. There's a set of Fablon you can buy online, easily from Amazon, and it just covers that, and it's the exact match, if that's required, depending on your fussiness levels. But it is 22 years old. Coming round the driver's side, so we've got the vents for the fridge. We've got the mains hookup. Incidentally, a couple of weeks ago, it had a full habitation service. Everything's checked out. So it's had a new gas hose and regulator, and that's all certified. So the new certificates there for. Also, we've got here is the freshwater inlet. We've got the Carver Cascade for heating your hot water up on gas. You can heat the water, it's got an element in there on mains. All the control panel, I'll take over the camera shortly and I'll take you inside and show you all the bits and bobs. Let's have a look under the bonnet. So yeah, it's got the 2-litre double overhead cam petrol engine. So petrols have been coming back in momentum over the last few years. Obviously the city compliant. The latest scientific reasoning is the more green. You lose, maybe up to 5 miles per gallon driving. Having said that, petrol is cheaper to buy. And obviously less taxed at cities. So I'll leave you that to decide. Some people have to have a diesel, some people have to have a petrol, some people just want the right vehicle for them, depending on whether it doesn't matter whether it's petrol or diesel. Power steering, we've got a leisure battery and an engine battery. Starts up first time. We'll go for a drive shortly. Bodywork, yeah, I'd say it's a good 9 out of 10, considering for the age. It's got full service history, a big pack of service history. Just a couple of months ago, it had a major service. Oil filter, fuel filter, we've got that documented. Oil change, of course. 2 new front coil springs and 2 new front tyres. All nice alloy wheels. I think there's just a little scratch on the driver's front alloy wheel, but other than that, bodywork, yeah, it's great. I'm being really picky here. There's a tiny little bubble mark just on the end of my finger. I've shown it in some photographs, but I am being really critical for the age. On this side, it's fine. A tiny little bubble again, just here at the end of my finger. On the near side corner again of the wheel arch, but being critical, all the arches are fine. Back doors are fine. On the near side, so on the passenger side, it's got 2 little marks. One there, and just coming, forgot to show you, just on the corner here, just up there. See if I can find you anything on the driver's side. That rear arch is okay, this sill's okay. No, I think this side's fine. It's had a little bit of touch up here, so it has had a little mark here on the corner of the windscreen. So again, depending on your fussiness levels, that's serviceable, it's dry, it's not letting in anything. But if you wanted to take it to show standard or protect it for the next 20 years, you've got 2 options. One is to take it into a body shop and have that painted there, or to do it really well, you take the windscreen out, take it back to bare metal in there, bare metal primer, and that would be protected for years to come. The last MOT, I had an MOT, was it 2 or 3 months ago, and it had just 2 advisories. One was, it looked worse than what it was on the MOT. It said corrosion to here, but not structural. That was a hole the size of a 50p on the inside of the driver's sill. So it wasn't structural, it's just there where obviously the wheels have been knocking some stones or whatever for 20 years. So I've had that little patch welded, and there was also a mention of some small corrosion on a rear brake pipe. That was on the near side passenger rear wheel. So I've had that replaced, and lo and behold, last week I had a new full MOT with no advisory. So I'm happy to put my name on it. In fact, I'll give you 3 months total warranty, and I'll give you 12 months on the engine and gearbox. Okay, you know what? Let's go for a little drive. Okay, let's carry it out and go for a little drive. Well, I've got 2 full sets of keys. Five-speed manual gearbox, power steering. Have we got central locking? No central locking, but we have got electric windows. Yeah. Yes, nice and smooth. 3rd gear, 25 mile an hour, 30 mile an hour into 4th. Let's take her into the country lanes and take her up to national speed limit. Oh, it's nice and quiet, nice and smooth. So it's the 2 litre double overhead cam petrol engine. Into 4th gear there again at 30, 35. Well, everything's nice and smooth. Steering wheel's dead centre, no rattles or shakes. So just approaching this little bend now where we can take it up to national speed limit. We'll drop it down into 3rd, pick up the pace. Okay, 35, 40 mile an hour into 4th gear. 45. Into top gear. Yeah, that's fine. Driving dead centre. Brakes are working nice and smooth. Well, obviously it's just had its new MOT. No, it drives all right, this. It's a lovely old girl. So yeah, as I say, I'll be happy to deliver this anywhere in the United Kingdom and get the train back. I'll carry on now and I'll show you around all the inside and all the workings, etc. Okay, finally I'll take you a tour of the inside. So open up the side leisure door. I've got the front passenger seat, as you can see, swiveled around now. Let's step inside and put some lighting on. So to the Autosleeper, very straightforward control panel, one button on and off. That button there is for the water pump, and hidden behind that panel is some fuses. So we'll just put some lights on. Reading lights, roof lights. Autosleeper always have a mains light, so while I've got it plugged in on the mains, that will work. That is mains only. That's a bit better. We've got some reading lights now. So this has got the side sofa, passenger forward facing seat with a 3-point seat belt. As you can clearly see there, the front passenger seat swivels around. Underneath these two mats, you've got two Fioma bases for tables. 1, 2. And you've got a large table here, all correctly placed in there. And also the small one there. Incidentally, this came with original, look like wool finish. They were fitted on the front seats, so it would appear they've had them on the front seats for a while, so they were protecting the front seats. But when we removed them, there was nothing untoward. There was no rips or tears. That's the same inside all the way through, even the original curtains. All the upholstery is nice. So above here, this folds forward. You've got 3 mattresses there. The original 1, 2 here, and that'll create a bunk there. That's a filling cushion, and there's 2 in there. So what happens here is this side sofa comes all the way over to there. That seat folds forward. This goes forward facing. The driver's seat goes all the way forward, and in that gap, 1, 2, 3, you have 3 cushions there, and that just fills in that space to make a very large double bed. Got the blackout awnings, blackout blinds rather, all the way through, and fly nets. Same upstairs. TV cabinet. So you've got a 12-volt supply off the leisure battery, as well as an aerial point and the mains. On the side kitchen, you've got the 2-burner grill and hob. 2-burner hobs rather to the top. You've got your grill and oven. Everything's working correctly. On the control panel here, as I just showed you, you've got the on and off switch. You've got the Carver P4 blown hot air. So that you just switch that on, straightforward, on and off thermostat. That'll heat it inside. That's your heater. And you've got the Carver to heat the hot water. Again, straightforward, just on and off. Another mains supply. Hot and cold running water on the kitchen sink. 3-way fridge, so named because it works on 3 ways. So 1 on the 12 volts when you're driving. Secondly, on the mains, so we're plugged in now, so that green light is on. So that's fridging on the mains. And if you're wild camping, you can switch over to gas. All nice and clean. While we're at the rear, we'll just go into the wet room. Put the light on again. So you've got a vanity case, drop down sink with hot and cold running water again, flushing Thetford cassette toilet all been sanitised. You've got the shower, hot and cold water, and the shower head. And you've got the Autosleeper privacy barn door. So what happens here, you just clip that off, bring that over to here, and that'll screw into there, just clips into there, and that creates a private area there. So in other words, you could get changed in the daytime without having to worry about closing all the curtains. Okay, we'll just drop down that sink there and close the bathroom. Plenty of luggage space, storage, and that's for all your cups and saucers. Typical Autosleeper finishing, proper wood. I think this is it. Yes, it has. It even has got an extractor fan in the roof. So we've got controls here. So it's fast and slow, reverse and forward, and different settings. Yeah, it's lovely inside. Okay, so just to recap, This is a 1999 Autosleeper Duetto, 2 litre petrol. It's just had a MOT with no advisories. I'll be happy to deliver it anywhere in the country. My name's Anthony Valentine, the Camper Nerd. You can contact me on 0798 526 1078. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on that next video.